Today, we are going to be talking about top 3 ways to optimize your Etsy listings. Now, this is very much looking ahead because, as we know, it is currently the 6th of November, which means Q4 is well and truly underway, which also means that Christmas orders will start to pummel in. Now, I know that a bunch of HBSA students, their Christmas orders have been coming in pretty well since the beginning of September, right? But I know for me, like my target market are medium to late shoppers. So my Christmas orders have really begun to ramp up. So I really wanted to create just a quick little 3-step live that would enable you to be able to optimize Etsy listings if A, you want more orders, and B, you are still listing new products, right? Because a whole bunch of you are not going to just stop listing products just because your orders might increase. So the very first way for you to optimize your listing, obviously, is going to be SEO. Now, you want to make sure that your titles, your tags, your attributes, materials, descriptions, and image alt text. Now, I know that this has expanded from just titles, tags, and that was pretty much it, right? But I would suggest for you guys now, and I would say this is in priority order. So title is paramount, like the absolute top thing that you guys want to make sure that is optimized with tags and long tail keyword phrases that are not just one word. I cannot tell you the amount of people that I work with, and they have like one word tags like gift and t-shirt and this and that, and they aren't working for you because those one words, if you go into Etsy now and type in gift, it probably has something like, I don't know, 56 million results, right? So titles and tags, those are the most important things, okay? The second kind of 3 things I would say is the beginning part of your description, your attributes, and your materials, okay? Those are also really important places, depending on like where what it is that you sell, the niche. Like if you sell jewelry, that's going to be very different than if you sell t-shirts, right? Your attributes and things are going to be all very, very different, okay? The last thing that I would say to do, and this is kind of extra credit, I'd say, would be image alt text. So if you're using the old listing thing, not the streamlined one, the new one, you go to the little pencil and it will come up with your image and your image alt text, okay? I would say you could just copy and paste your title in there as long as it's accurately describing what it is that you do. Someone was saying, right, okay, so I sell a certain print of t-shirt, right? And the person was like, can I use unicorn dress, let's say, because that's getting a lot of searches, it's a popular keyword? And the answer is no. And that is one thing that I will say, especially in the run up to Christmas. The other question that I get is, what happened to the whole Christmas keywords thing? Like, should I be using Christmas gift for sister, Christmas gift for mum? Now, I'm going to bounce this question back to you guys, actually. When you are searching for a Christmas gift, are you going on to Etsy and are you typing in Christmas gift for mum? Or are you actually going into Etsy and being a little bit more specific? Like, do you have a general idea of what it is that you're trying to search for? If you want to use Christmas keywords and you want to kind of be like, right, I have a gift set that is very Christmas like orientated, I would say copy it and copy your listing 3 to 4 times, and then keyword each of those with a different focus, a different hat. So you can have one for like Valentine's Day gift, because obviously that's coming up soon, one for Christmas gift, one for Mother's Day gift, because again in the UK that is March. And so it's a good idea when you're thinking about, should I be keywording certain listings? Should I be changing things? The answer is, how does your target market search, right? So the second thing, so we talked about SEO, okay? Oh, okay, we know that keywords are really important. I would say you've really got to focus, and I've seen a lot of this. A lot of people are just putting like one word tags, and honestly, they're not working for you. It's fine if you're splitting a longer tag up, but I would say see if you can split it up so that it comes into 2 long tail tags rather than just one word tag, and then the rest of the words are all bulked in like one tag, if that makes sense. The second thing is pictures and videos. Okay, this is really important because I myself have seen a real sharp uptick in people buying when listings have a video. And this can just be a simple 15-second thing where you are holding the item and, okay, let's say, let's choose my little crystal, right? Let's say you sell this, right? And although you can have pictures with really good lighting, a really cool lens, like a really nice image, the fact of it is that people are not going to see the back. They're not going to see it being turned. And you'll see this being used in a lot of different brands. Like many people are like looking at, okay, how can we 3D this? Like how can we make it seem that this item is in the person's hands? And this is where a video comes into play. So let's say you sell this, you're only seeing a picture of this, maybe this, maybe this. But that's why taking a video enables you to see, oh, look, it's got like facets and it's sparkly and it's nice and awesome, you know? So videos, if you can, I would batch them whilst you're taking pictures. And also make sure that your pictures are clear, they're in focus, they're not blurry. You have natural light. There's not like a harsh lighting that's causing shadows and lots of other things. Modeled shots are fantastic, especially for this time of year as well. I would just make sure that with all of your pictures, and now more than ever, it's really important. And I think this is why sometimes people who use mock-ups can be a little bit at a disadvantage, because mock-ups can be very simple, which for some people when they search can be great. But when you're looking for I don't know, an elf t-shirt, right? When you're looking through the search results, it can be really like off-putting to the eye, and your shopper brain kind of switches off and like disengages when every single picture is just a white background with a white t-shirt. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Let's go on to Etsy now. You can see here that, yes, there are lots of, I mean, these are all ads up here. So let's just like go to the search results here. Like this to me is very like, and like this is very meh. Like I'm just like meh, meh. But when I see this, which I'm very aware that could also be a mock-up, but it's like a modeled mock-up, which I personally feel like are a little bit better when you use mock-ups and things, but you'll see what I mean, right? So I'm looking, let's say I am looking for an elf t-shirt. I am not, but let's say that I was. I would disregard this, and this. I would be looking at this because I can actually see what it's like on. I would probably disregard this maybe. I mean, it's a modeled shot, but the background is a little bit meh. I like this one. I think this is really, really cool because let's say the person looking has got brown hair. Immediately she's like, oh, okay, I can kind of see what it's, you know, looking like. This I love because this is actually a modeled shot. Like this is actually someone has bought the t-shirt, put it on and taken a picture of it. So I think you guys can kind of see what I mean, but it's very much like you need to make sure that your pictures, especially at this time of year, are absolutely stellar. Leading on to point number 3 is you got to make sure that your trio is working for you. Now, for someone who's new, who hasn't watched me before, the tantalizing trio is a kind of term that I don't want to say coined, but it's one that I started using and people seem to have followed suit. Basically, this talks about your target market, your branding, and your products. Those 3 things work together. Okay. Your target market will influence your branding, your products. Your products will in turn influence your target market, and your branding will bring in the right target market who will buy the product. So, can you see how they all work in like a tandem, like funnel type thing, right? Pretty much like the three legs of a stool. If one of them is weak, if one of them is a little bit short or like cracked or broken and you sit on the stool, you're going to topple, right? So, target market, branding, products. If you have a conversion rate problem, and for those of you who joined me in the challenge in day 1, you'll know that we talked all about conversion rate. We know all the ins and outs of that. If you are having a low conversion rate, or something you're feeling is just not quite right with your shop, look at the trio. Do you know who you're trying to attract with your target market? Do you know what pictures your perfect customers are likely to click on? What does your target market, this is a really important one as well, what does your target market need to know about the product before they're going to buy? Like, how can you answer questions directly within the listing itself, and not just in the FAQs either? I'm talking about in pictures, I'm talking about in the description, attributes, maybe even the title itself. How can you answer any potential questions that might crop up? So that is SEO, images, videos, and the tantalizing trio are the three ways, the three kind of things that you need to put your attention to when you are optimizing your listings. But yeah, for now, guys, I will catch you all in the next one. Bye.